Welcome back to the Codcast! Oh yeah! I'm Daisy.
I'm Maddie.
I'm Charlie.
And we are joined by our first special guest. Introduce yourself!
Hello everyone, I'm Lucas.
Yay! This is very exciting. Lucas is directing our next Cod Fund. Hold, please.
How's it going, Lucas? How's the show? Well, first of all, how are you?
I'm doing well. Slightly stressed
Oh.
about life and
about the show.
About the show slightly.
Okay.
But not about the creative part of the show, about the logistics.
What are the logistics?
Yeah, sorry, this is
Performance
really...
venues, dates,
Oh.
stuff. Yes.
So what
Logistics.
the thing about devising is that you don't really have a storyline yet.
We don't.
Well, if you could
And
describe...
we won't get one because we're not
Well,
doing
yeah,
a
I'd hope so.
story. Wahaha.
Oh yeah, the
Ooh.
episodic
Yes.
style of it. Right.
Catch that. Well, if you could describe the vibe, I guess, of Hold Please.
Sure. It's a bit. So many of my favorite plays are described as like postmodern in terms of like the actors aren't really playing characters so much as like playing themselves or playing versions of themselves. And so it's very like it feels very conversational at times, you know. So that's kind of the vibe.
That's just kind of the vibe.
A bit non-traditional,
Yeah.
a bit more down-to-earth characters in a way. The kind of people that we feel that we are and that we see on a daily basis.
So did that come into your mind like during the audition process? You were looking at characters that like or like people more so than
That
like-
came up when we were still talking about the concept, I think.
right.
And we were thinking about what style we wanted to tell it in. And I think episodic works really well, especially for a devised piece, because you can kind of you can get all of these ideas, develop each one individually, and then kind of like fit them together like a nice little jigsaw. And so that's kind of the plan.
And also with it being like you stressed about logistical stuff, it means you don't have to have everyone there all the time.
Yeah, that helps a lot. We haven't had a full cast rehearsal yet as of recording.
Wow.
Crazy.
Do
We
not
won't
want to hear
have
that.
one
Can't
until
hear
week
that.
10.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Well, it's because you don't even do like a read through at the start because there's
Yeah.
nothing
Yeah.
to
We had a cast meeting because I think transparency with a cast in a devised show and in a postmodern show and in a viewpoints inspired show
Yeah.
is very important. So we had our first cast meeting where like we went through all the concept, all the inspirations, just spoke with the cast and all. But yeah.
And how collaborative has it been with the cast? Because it's a devising project. Surely they've had their
Yeah.
own.
So
inputs as
we're trying to encourage them, if anything inspires them about the concept of living in the moment and related themes that we won't get into here to not spoil things. You know, if they see things in their daily life, or if they have a thought, or if they watch a movie or read a poem, then they can bring that in. And what we've said to them is we'll value their ideas and their inspirations more than we will our own. So we'll come into rehearsals with plans, with, you know, laid out schedules. But if they tell us like, oh, I got really inspired by this poem, or some of them in our auditions process, we asked them to tell us a story, which some of them did. And many of the people in the cast did actually, because I think it shows kind of like commitment to the bit and like bravery that just aligned really well with our concept. And so several of those audition stories we loved so much that now we're developing as scenes
Oh,
Wow.
cool.
for the
That's
play.
so exciting.
And they might be told as they were in the audition with, you know, more development, more
Yeah.
scripting. But they also might be turned into movement pieces. It's all about kind of developing the idea, the core thing within them that inspired them to tell us that story in the first place, and then exploring that and seeing how do we want to tell that within the wider structure of the piece in general.
Yeah.
That's
That is
so
so
fun.
exciting.
How have you found... Because, so you're a first year. Yay.
I am.
Fantastic.
I am indeed.
And you've been given a fun slot, which is just crazy. And your whole team is first years, right? Your pod
Well, we
team.
have a co-producer, Mira. Wonderful
Oh,
Mira.
Big up, Mira.
Fantastic.
Big up, Mira.
Friend of the cod.
Oh my gosh. Friend of the cod.
But everyone else is a fresher.
Yeah, so that's a majority fresher team. How was the process of panel, if you don't mind me asking? I know you panelled to us, so it's a
Yes.
bit of a weird one to
Yeah.
say. So hope you enjoyed it. But yeah, except Charlie because he didn't turn up. But anyway,
Right.
how little dig. How was that process of panel? Do you find them less intimidating now that you've done one? Is it still a bit like this is all weird?
It helped a lot that I had done panel for Freshers Play.
Yes.
So I tried to co-direct Freshers Play early in the term, and we did panel for that, and that was terrifying in of itself. But I think we learned a lot about Maya was the producer for that project and is one of the producers for Hold Please Now. And I think we both learned a lot about kind of what to say at panel and how to breathe and how to prepare. So we came into the Codfund panel a lot more prepared. It was also a strange panel in that it was right after the whole reading week.
Yeah.
And we submitted the pack before reading week. So we had this like intense period of loads of meetings, loads of discussions, loads of writing, and then just like a 10-day break
Yeah.
of like nothing happening, and then straight back into panel.
Were you on both panels?
I was, yeah.
Did you see a difference?
Yeah, 100%. Because I think Freshers Play panels are so intense because there's so many. I think there was like 12 or 14 this year.
Really?
There was loads. So much competition. And the team who are going ahead are fantastic and they're doing really well. And I'm really looking
Shout
forward
out
to
Freshers Play next week.
Yeah, get your tickets.
Copy social. We'll
Thursday
we will be there.
evening.
Thursday evening.
And I hope this podcast is out by then.
Oh yeah, if not, it was such a great show.
Yeah.
But watching you guys, because it was you, Izzy, and
Maya.
I
Izzy,
always say Maya, and that's why I wanted you to continue because I thought I'm going to say the wrong one.
She will have a grudge against
I'm
you.
so sorry.
Ollie,
To me, she's
I
always
won't-
Cruella.
I won't get
Anyway.
into it.
Is it a whole thing then?
Okay, I will get into it. In like his third week of knowing her, Ollie called her Maya, and we were like, "That's not her name. Try
Yeah.
again." He had to try again 5 times until he got Maya.
What did he go for? What's after?
I don't remember, but it was like it was his
Maya.
5th try. They'd spoken to each other every day for like 2-3 weeks.
So it's Maya.
We do love Ollie. He's our dramaturg.
Maya?
Yeah.
Maya.
Right, thank God. She is
Shout
just
out to Maya,
Cruella to
we
me.
love
Love
you.
you, Maya. I'm so sorry.
Maya.
But there was such a difference. It was you, Izzy, and Maya, wasn't it?
Yes.
And so, but it was such a difference seeing you from, because you learn what you need to say, as you said. Like you're learning, oh, I'm ticking these boxes. And I think that's such an interesting thing because you go into panel going, this is my idea, I want to do this, hope you enjoy it, kind of thing. And then you learn, oh, I've got to say this, that, the other, I can skip that bit, they don't really care.
And you understand why they're asking the questions they ask as well. You understand, like, so often in Codfund panel, we were asked questions that I was like, that makes so much sense, and that's something we should have, and like, often it was something we had discussed and we had a plan for, but often it was kind of the things that were unsaid, the things that like we thought to be true but hadn't been fully confirmed and hadn't been written in the pack.
Yeah.
And so we knew exactly like, oh, this is exactly the plan, and we know exactly what to say.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited. You've got a fantastic cast. You had loads of people audition, which
We
is
had
just
a lot
brilliant.
of people audition. I think we had 37 with self-tapes.
So I always wondered if there is a system of when you should book an audition, because I always go for like the very last slot. I want to be the last person they see so I stick in their memory. That's how
actually
I
think-
No, they're
I always,
knackered.
but then
I didn't go
other people were
relatively
like
early.
I go the first because that's the first time they hear the extract, so they're already going to be like, this is magic.
I
This
mean,
is
and they're
fantastic.
then they compare you to every
everyone.
other.
So I've always done it. I'm the last. I want to be the last day, the last slot. Whereas others. So
I
now
would say
I'm
it
just,
depends
I don't think there's a system.
on the audition panel as well. I think
Yeah.
for me, I had never run auditions in my life. I'd like participated in auditions for a musical, but it was like an auditions process where everyone who auditioned was in the musical,
Yeah.
and I didn't have like that big of a creative role anyway. So I think my first few auditions, like I was still learning exactly what you should say as a director and like how you should act to make the person most comfortable
Yeah.
and to get the most out of them. And so those first few auditions, I think looking back on them, like there were certain things I could have improved just from like a self-critical angle.
Yeah.
But if it's a director who's auditioned many times before, then the first few are really good slots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I just give, not to move on, but can I just give a shout out to Lucas? I know he's here. But we wouldn't have been able to get into this room
Oh my gosh.
if it
So
wasn't for
true.
Lucas and
Keith, most importantly.
Keith.
Keith the sound
Who's Keith? Who the hell is Keith?
He's a great guy.
Keith-
That's who he is.
He's the
Keith is
man,
my
the myth,
lord
the
and
legend.
saviour.
Yeah.
We got stuck out the room and then we spent about 40 minutes, we're about 40 minutes delayed right now, trying to figure out how to start a podcast. Episode 3.
Well, you skipped ahead. We were locked out of the room. We couldn't get in for 10 minutes. And then we spoke to Keith. He let us in. And then it spent another 40 minutes
Yeah.
trying to connect all the cables again and trying to figure out what was wrong. And then Keith saved us again.
Don't tell Ian this, but we did hack into the mainframe and
we
we
unplugged
went
some things we shouldn't have unplugged.
underneath the floors to unplug some things and plug them in, and it didn't help.
And you know why we tried for so long? It's because we wanted to give you, our listeners, another episode.
In fact, no, I've skipped even further ahead because we've also tried to film this on Friday.
Oh, we
on
did.
last Friday.
That's what I said.
Yeah, fuck
Also,
you.
also shouting at the fans.
Oh.
We love you, the fans, but
We love the fans.
but this is it's been a chaotic episode. This episode. Sorry,
Yeah.
I just needed to vent that.
It's okay.
Anyway,
But now we've got our calming presence, which is Lucas.
yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you
We
for
wouldn't be
coming.
here without
My
him.
dulcet tones.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh.
Soft spoken. Has anyone got anything fun that they've done this week in general?
Well, I mean,
Unless there's anything more you want to say about the Fantastic Cod Fund.
I did
Sorry.
want to add, because we spoke about the cast's creative role,
Mm.
and that's super important. I also want to give a massive shout out to Ollie, our dramaturg, and Hannah, our movement director,
Yeah.
Aw.
because they're also vital in. We have kind of a list of all the like scenes ideas that we have,
Mhm.
and then we delegate those to like these we're devising with the cast, these we're devising with movement with
Yeah.
Hannah, these we're leaving to Ollie to kind of work his magic. And it's all going to be collaborative. Like after a scene is devised and we're happy with it, then Ollie will go in and polish some things. And I'll go back to the cast. Like
That is
it's
so
a back and
beautiful.
forth,
Yeah.
but equally he's done some amazing writing already, and we're like 2 weeks in.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he's awesome.
Ollie is a talented man.
Writer in the room is a
Truly.
hard job, and he's
Yeah.
doing well. And then movement is also like you've got to work with the people you've got, and they've got to be open to your ideas.
And with a group of
So-
5 as well. Oh, well,
Yeah.
so far it's been 3s and 4s, but
Mm.
it's tough to just get a group of 3-4 people and be like devise
Yeah.
movement.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's
And
really
I think it will really reflect in the end product that it will be like a really beautiful, like collaborative thing.
Yeah.
And I think it will just work.
Yeah. I'm really excited about it.
Yeah.
So
Aw.
exciting. Sorry, Charlie. Now you can speak.
Well, speaking of Ollie, I did just want to talk a little bit about
Wah, wah, death of an anarchist. Wah, wah.
the play I was recently in, Accidental Death. of
We
an
did talk about it
Play. You
last
were in a
podcast.
play.
Well,
It was great. It was great.
It was fantastic.
thanks.
Anyway, what were you going to say, Charlie? Sorry to interrupt you again.
Well,
Yeah, so
yeah, well,
Joking.
no,
for the 5th time.
it's fine.
Go on.
Guys, comment down below whether you think maybe
Justice for Charlie.
justice for Charlie. I want spam emojis. Anarchist was really good. It was a really good experience.
But don't spam emojis. Spam the word emoji.
Yeah.
So that we know you've listened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yes. If you made it this far in the episode,
Spam the word.
spam the word emoji.
emojis.
Mm.
Yeah.
It was really fun. And it was my first experience in the art centre as well.
Wow.
And it was like, I was so nervous for it, maybe because it was in the art centre. And I've never done a pre-show before. That
Yeah.
was interesting. Where it was like 15 minutes of me like mime grumpiness, like as people were coming in. And that's like, people were talking about it before, like people had done it before, about how it can be better because it means you see the audience and you're like already comfortable on stage and then you start. But I was freaking out because I kept like, especially like my parents came one night and I was like, have they arrived? And then I saw them, I was like, fuck, don't look at them, don't look at them. But yeah, the show went really well. I'm really happy with how it turned out. It was so lovely. After the show finished, my dad, I said hello to my mum and dad, and my dad was like, really mad show, right? Really mental. And I was
It's
like,
a mental show.
I was like, yeah, did you like it? And he went, yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. My
Yeah.
dad has no
Maybe.
idea about anything kind of theatrical.
Aw.
But he still came, and it was very sweet.
Well, that's
Yeah.
lovely.
It was really exciting.
Did the pre-show help you get into character?
I think it did, because because of the way my character was just like mad, like just like angry and like tweaking out the whole time. Like my eyebrows like hurt from frowning like the whole show. So like I found it very difficult starting like the first line and then immediately I'm animated. So like doing the pre-show, I was like I can kind of get into it. It was why I was always so impressed with Ollie, because Ollie just like walks onto stage for the second
And
scene.
then loses his mind for an hour.
Immediately it's like at a 10, and I always struggled to get up there without having a kind of like, I remember in rehearsals Freya would always say, oh, once you get to this line then you're where I want you to be. I just need like time to get up there. But he was straight away. So
But he starts, but like his like first thing is punching you in the face. I mean, I think
that's true.
Yeah.
that's a pretty big start.
It's a good energizer.
Yeah.
Punching Charlie in the face.
Yeah.
You know,
I
That's
feel the
true.
same.
gets anyone out of bed.
Yeah, I mean
Overall, great experience.
It was-
Miss you, Anarchist.
Yeah.
It was good fun.
I am starting now to get like post-show
Itching
blues.
for a new thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Well, actually, because you know, last podcast how I was talking about how I'm not doing anything.
Yes.
Guys, I'm doing something now.
Yay!
I'm in the flies.
Yay! Lord of the Flies.
That's
Next
going
wax
good.
slot.
Next back slot. I don't want to. There's not much to talk about at the moment.
It's just exciting.
It's just exciting.
I've
Yeah.
heard good things. I'm
And
hearing
it's-
everyone's
I'm
enjoying
excited.
9 of us is in the cast first wax show.
Which is
out of
brilliant.
11.
Which I think that's fantastic.
Yeah,
it.
so
Whoa.
it's very fun and very scary for a lot of us.
Yep.
But it's going good. Keep an eye out on the Instagram.
Yeah.
Anyway, anyone else done
We're all
anything
doing
cool
new
this
things.
week?
Well, because both those shows are my first prod roles.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Because I was AD for Anarchist, and then I'm welfare for Lord of the Flies.
Oh, how cool.
Well,
Thanks,
fair.
I
Lucas.
didn't know that.
So it's kind of interesting to see because I only acted last year, and now I think my second year I've been wanting to kind of buff up my CV basically and just do a bit more behind the scenes things, and I'm really enjoying it. I think it's really good fun. Catch me at some packs and panels and.
Do you think it's because you've been a part of so many
Kidding.
panels that now you feel more comfortable being a part of
100%.
the pack?
Yeah.
Because I'm still, that's where I'm a bit like,
Yeah.
because I've never, still not been on a panel. My bad, apologise. And I've never been on a pack, so I'm just a bit like, how do I even...
Yeah, I think it feels like there's so many barriers you have to jump if you've not experienced either the panel or the pack side.
Which is where you did really well, just immediately throwing yourself
Oh
into
my
it.
Yeah.
lord.
Yeah. And look where you are
yeah.
now.
Mm.
I don't know. I think it's kind of like it's like the skill of interviews, right? Of just like being able to just hear a question and just go
Yeah.
and just speak until something good comes out.
Mm.
But I don't know. I
Master
think I'm
of
good at that.
waffling.
Yeah, you are, definitely.
Oh, you did really well.
Yeah.
Yes. No.
But
Okay,
I don't
you
know
go.
what else. Sorry. I was going to say I don't really know what else is going on in my life. I got banned off eBay.
We got third.
What?
Yes. Oh my god.
What have you done?
Have I told
funny.
you this?
No, you
Oh
told
no,
me
this is
So-
a pretty intense story.
No, it's not that bad. So basically, me and Daisy were just chilling. We meant to be doing coursework, but I was like, hey, I really want to search for my childhood cuddly toy. But I've got a childhood cuddly toy, which is a cuddly toy duck called Dermot, which I got when I was 1. And I was like, I love him. He's my special toy. I love him so much. Then when I was 14, my dad found another Dermot and bought him for me. And I opened it on my 14th and was like, well, I've got a cuddly toy. Thank you, I guess. But it was like the exact same as my childhood one. So now I've got like a really old, crusty, gross one, a medium, crusty, gross one. And I now want a new one to have like an evolution
Sure.
of Dermots, basically.
Oh my god.
But he's from Tesco. He was made in 2003. So I'm searching. We're typing in blue-eyed duck, blue-eyed cuddly toy, Tesco cuddly toy duck. We find one. Firstly, we find Reddit. Loads of people are looking for him.
Yeah.
What?
Like 4 people
Yeah.
are putting like, "Hey, this is my
Yeah,
childhood
that's
cuddly
not
toy."
loads.
Okay, well, for
No,
one
but,
toy.
like Maddie's got competition, and this is where we were like stressed out.
So we were freaking out because 4 people are putting like, "Hey, I'm also looking for this duck. Sorry, can't help you find one, but oh my god, what's yours called? Mine's called Dylan." And then like they were having a chat about what their cuddly toy ducks were called. Crazy.
Yeah, it was weird.
Then me and Daisy find one, eBay. Not actually Dermot, but like a small baby
Baby
one.
Dermot.
And
Whoa.
He's called
Yeah.
Dermot the duckling.
Yeah, which
Which
is
is
weird.
crazy.
Maddie
Wow.
thought she invented the
No,
name
but
Dermot.
it wasn't. But it
Yeah.
wasn't.
I
Why
beg
is-
to
why is
differ.
someone
my
else's
one
is
didn't
called
have a
Dylan?
tag. My one didn't have a tag. My Dermot didn't have a tag.
Was
so
it
we've got
given to you as a
picture.
present?
Yeah, in
Was it
his
given
in
to
his
you
like
with the name? Because maybe they took
it
off
had
the
a
tag.
no,
that
it had a
it.
tag saying just duck.
No.
Just said fluffy duck. Whereas the baby
I
one,
don't believe that.
Yeah, I don't believe
I don't
that.
believe
either.
that as a coincidence.
fine. I'll show you the pictures. I'll show you the pictures.
No, you don't need to show me the pictures. I think whoever. So who bought it for you originally?
My granny. You calling my granny a liar?
Yeah, when you were like,
What if I am?
Are you
What if I
calling
am?
Betty a liar?
do you remember the day you were born?
It wasn't the day I was born, though,
No.
guys. It was my first birthday, so a
What-
year after the
what-
day I was born.
But you
What-
still
what
don't have
day is-
memories from
No,
that.
but we've
Maddie's
got
birthday.
pictures. Yeah, what day is my birthday?
What is Maddie's birthday?
Everyone could guess. Everyone could guess. Lucas, you guess as well.
October
Yeah. Good start.
12th.
You don't even know me.
Oh my god.
Wanna guess?
28th.
Oh my! oh
crazy.
my
That's
God!
crazy.
That's a crazy.
Go on, Charlie.
It's the 7th.
October 7th.
Yeah, well done, Lucas.
What?
Nice. You didn't see what
Well
I
done,
really. Guys, I got banned from eBay.
Why?
Because-
Why
Oh,
is it
yeah,
random?
sorry.
We then said, "Oh my God." Oh my God, it's Dermot. It's a baby Dermot. He's only 15 centimetres. My Dermot is a 30 centimetre duck.
A whopping 30.
I was about to say that. And then he was £30. £30 for a cuddly toy.
Yeah,
no,
that's
I'm not buying
mental.
that.
You've told me this.
Yes,
You asked
because we had
for
a workshop
15,
after.
and they said
I asked
30.
for 15.
And then you
So
asked
me and
for-
Daisy said, hey, can we have this for 15? And we then wrote a heartfelt message saying,
Yeah.
hey, I got this cuddly toy when I was 1. It's my favourite thing ever. My dad bought it for me. Blah, 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 blah. He means the world. Please, can I have this cuddly toy? Then I get an email saying, you've been suspended from eBay. And then I get an email saying, we've declined your offer. And then I get an email, you've been reported. So-
What?
It was crazy.
Because I assume they think I'm blackmailing them, being like, sob story, I want the duck for £15. Which 15 is still ridiculous for this cuddly toy duck.
I'm sorry, but that's not report worthy. That's just like, no, I don't
I
care.
suppose
So-
it's vintage.
2003, vintage.
Vintage duck.
But so,
Yeah,
you
how
won't
old-
catch me on eBay, I'm afraid.
Anyway,
There probably is.
guys, we got 3rd in the Dirty Duck quiz.
We did get
Just want
third.
to shout that out.
Codpiece
Wow.
associated team.
What did you name the quiz team? It wasn't
big
the big dogs.
not the Codfather.
It wasn't a
No,
Codpiece
because
team.
it was a Codpiece associated team.
It was associated.
Friends of
Me and
Codpiece.
Maddie were on the team.
Yeah, and friends of Cod, like
And Charlie
Mira
wasn't invited.
and Felix, and maybe Dylan. Charlie wasn't invited.
And I
He
wasn't invited because
No.
I didn't
Charlie
make the
wasn't
cut.
invited.
That's a touchy subject.
We've spoken about
It is a
this.
really
yeah.
touchy
It was a touchy
subject.
subject last week.
It would have
We
been
fought
it would
about
have been most of last week's pod actually, but I've gotten over it now.
About how Charlie was upset that he's not clever enough.
Yeah.
It's not that. It's not, right.
What would your mastermind round be?
Um,
Oh, what a good question!
Isn't it? What would your mastermind round be?
What do you think mine would be?
Like boring men.
Thanks for passing that on to me.
Boring men.
Wow.
What would yours?
Tottenham Hotspur.
Oh,
It wouldn't.
yeah, boring men. I was right.
No, it'd be kind of
Wow.
Percy Jackson.
Really?
That's a good one.
like really.
Mine would be the Tinkerbell movies.
Yours would be that. What would yours be?
Maybe like random geography facts.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Interesting. Do you know a mastermind when you give them a topic, they
I
give
don't
you a
know.
book of everything that they could ask a question on? So if you just study the book, then you'll be fine.
Really?
What?
I think so. Yeah.
So it's just about learning the script of it then.
I think it might be a big book.
Probably.
I think so.
That's actually insanity.
So if I picked Tinkerbell the movies, I would get a book on
That's
Tinkerbell
a
the
chunky
movies.
book.
God, they would ask so many niche questions though. You'd be like,
I reckon I would know them though.
no, but
I would need to study like the directors and
What
the
colour was
actors.
Tinkerbell's shoe in episode 5?
Yeah.
Episode?
Oh wait, films.
In film
God.
5. Do you
That was
mean?
embarrassing. Cut that out. Cut that out.
Keep it in. Keep it in.
Keep it in.
Maddie, what would yours be? Can I guess?
Mine-
Dogs.
Yep, I'm a dog trainer. It would be probably dogs. What other things do I like?
Girl garden.
Girl guiding or scouting. I know a lot about that.
Like
Horrible histories. I know quite a bit about that.
like ghosts.
Yeah, supernatural things.
Yeah.
Do
What's
you
your
really
favourite
know a lot
decade?
about ghosts?
I love her.
What's your favorite decade?
Wow.
Wow.
It doesn't have to be 1900s. It can be any decade.
I would say I did just do a play about the 70s, so I'm kind of obsessed with the 70s at the moment. But I would say the 2020s.
Living in the now.
Whoa.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, personally, this has been my best decade.
Sure.
Actually, no, the 2020. The
You look at it that way.
2010s were my peak. I think I peaked in secondary school.
Twin
Really?
twins.
The 90s
Definitely.
were bad years for me.
Oh my god. Doctor Who, sorry. I just realised.
What?
I realised what my round would be and it would be Doctor
Oh,
Who.
it would be Doctor
Sorry,
Who.
I was literally I've been sitting here. If you watch the video, I've been sitting there going,
Specifically David Tennant, Doctor Who, or
yeah, David Tennant's era. And Christopher Eccleston and Matt Smith, but no further. Sorry, Peter Capaldi and Jodie Whittaker. And
Peter
Peter
Capaldi's
Gatwa.
underrated.
Are you a misogynist?
Yep, I hate women.
Wow.
Cut that, cut
Heard it
that,
here
cut that.
I
True,
first.
don't
cut
know.
that.
What's your favourite decade?
I don't know.
Oh, that's nice.
I like asking the question.
I like
Yeah.
90s.
90s is good.
Hey guys, I've probably asked.
I like 60s.
Yeah, I would say 60s.
60s
Kinda
or
Grease
80s.
era.
Great ones.
I'm expanding the question. I think I've asked some of you this. I've definitely asked you this.
Oh my god, is it this?
This is
Yeah.
the most. I think this is the best question in the world. Rice and beans or anything
Oh
else?
my
Yeah, we've had a thing
Oh, you've
about
all
this.
heard this. I'm gonna.
Wait,
this
Maddie, have
is
you
this
heard
is for
it?
you.
You,
Yeah,
you
and
need to
I
be
would
very.
choose rice and beans.
You need to really
No, but-
spell it out though, because I got
You
so
need to say
confused.
everything.
Rice or beans and anything else. You are eating rice and beans for the rest of your life. Once a month in your village of 1,000 people, there is a competition of who can sacrifice the most, and whoever sacrifices the most, according to me, wins the privilege to eat anything else for the rest of their life. So you
This
sacrifice
was-
one thing one time to eat anything except rice and beans.
This was staged to me in a Weatherspoons. and it was described as a lottery.
Okay,
instead of
I
a
used the wrong
competition.
word. Oh.
And I was so confused. And also, who sacrifices the most is the most vague thing in the world. But
Yeah.
Well, it's up to me.
Oh,
So-
so are we going to do it now?
Well, some examples that we had. Mira, third mention of Mira.
God.
Mira said that they would sacrifice their ability to speak Spanish.
Yeah.
That would be...
They
Matthew
can't really
Mullen-
do that anyway.
Way.
Whoa.
Love you,
Wow.
Mira.
Matthew Mullen
Kidding. Mira's
said
Wow.
he'd sacrifice his Irish identity.
Which
Wow,
is
that's
big.
quite big.
Yeah.
Nah.
Uh,
Not big
Yeah.
for me.
but you're more on about like limbs.
Yeah, I want pain, suffering.
Okay.
Because I think if you sacrifice your Irish identity, you can kind of still like be like in your head. You can be like, I'm Irish, really.
Yeah. But it's not like a thing of like you propose what you're going to sacrifice. You have to do it.
You have to
To
do
be
it.
qualified for the competition.
And you and 999 people could all sacrifice something at the same time.
Yeah.
And only one of you will stop eating.
Whoever
frozen
sacrifices
meat.
Yeah.
the most. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another question though. This is a different question. 100 Skittles. One of them is poisoned. What is the most amount of money that you would eat a Skittle? So like every Skittle that you eat, you get a certain amount of money. So say you get £1 million every Skittle you eat, but one of them will kill you.
I'm eating
How many?
20.
You're eating 20
Oh,
Skittles.
I'm probably only eating 3.
I don't think I'd eat any.
You're eating 20.
Okay, all right, maybe.
Yeah, ballsy.
And it was
'Cause also
you
the
were
odds
dying to
change
leave.
every time,
I
don't they?
I thought the rational answer was to say none, and then
Yeah.
you would change the question to okay, 100 Skittles. Each Skittle is worth £100,000, and the one Skittle kills someone random in the world.
Oh my god.
That's equally as bad,
Oh
if
my
not
God.
worse, in my
Oh,
opinion.
wait.
But
As in.
anyway.
See, I would still
You're
say
taking.
none,
You are eating
That's-
more though, aren't you?
You'd live
but
a
people
life
would
of
eat
guilt.
more. People. That's the thing.
Yeah.
There's blood on your hands,
Yeah,
but
you
you
would
might
eat
not
more.
eat the
But
deadly Skittle.
there's like blood on our hands every time we like shop at Sheen.
Oh, that's so true.
You know what I
Sheen
mean? Like-
mention. We're gonna get sued. Sheen, watch this.
Blood on your hands when you eat meat. Vegan mention.
Yeah,
I'm on a vegan journey.
I don't know. Do you not like? There's maybe part of me thinks that we're already too far gone with that. We're already without. I suppose this is like purposeful. Like you know that you're gonna kill someone. When if like you shop at Sheen, you don't know.
Yeah, it's
The
not
extent
of it.
directly
So
in your
disconnected.
It's
hands.
like anonymous.
Surely that's just blissful ignorance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we should never shop at Primark, Shein, H&M.
I actually don't shop at any of
Any
those places.
shop
No.
ever. You only
Well,
have
weird,
to shop
because
at
last week we have a
charity
picture of
shops.
you coming out of.
What?
Wait, also, who's gonna go? I was gonna say, bringing it back to Matthew Mullen, the lovely Irishman.
Yeah.
Much Ado About Nothing.
Oh yeah.
It was
Spectacular.
absolutely fantastic.
Wow.
He was Don Pedro, was he?
Yes, I believe.
Mm.
I think so.
Yeah.
It was literally amazing. I only saw it a few days ago and it blew me away. Thought it was fab,
they
fantastic
all-
cast, brilliant. Like, it was just really great vision. I loved it.
Did they do? Do they all do American accents?
Yeah.
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 Mm.
And they had like cabaret seating, and then they had 4. Well, they had
Oh,
like
cool.
in the round, so they had like a square because it was in the fab square. Everyone sitting around the outskirts, and 4 tables on the stage, and then some seats were reserved, and then you could sit on them and you could play cards, and you had little champagne glasses.
I
With real
sat on one of the
champagne.
tables.
So did I.
So I arrived early for the pre-show.
Yeah.
We sat on one of the tables and we were just playing card games for half an hour.
It's so good, wasn't it?
And then we sat on the stage and it was such a fun experience.
Yeah.
That is so
I'm
fun.
I'm glad I sat there. It's a good
Half of
place.
because I was like on the side of the stage. Half my neck did hurt by the end, but
Yeah.
worth it. Great show.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was really good. Big fan. Well done,
The
Shakespeare.
we
pacing was great. Shout out to pacing. 'Cause they did it
Shout
really
out.
well.
Pacing.
I want an answer for the. I want everyone to have an
sorry.
answer for the beans.
For the rice and okay, back to rice and beans.
Okay.
Just very quickly, like what would you answer?
This has been
I'm
all over
the
this.
ultimate
Lucas, this is what
overlord.
you've
I
done.
eat food.
Go on, say it again.
I don't have to sacrifice anything. I'm the overlord.
So
you
you're
are
deciding
God.
who is.
My issue with
I'm
the prompt
God
is
in this question.
I'll happily have rice and beans.
Yeah, me
But
too.
Daisy specified that the rice and the beans have no seasoning.
Yeah, no
They're not
seasoning,
allowed,
no
like-
flavour.
Like it's like
Plain rice,
the
plain beans,
plainest white
boiled.
rice and the plainest beans, which
Mhm.
for me hurts my soul
Yeah,
Mm.
it's meant
because
to
I've
be
had a lot
are
of
they?
rice and beans in my life,
kidney.
and all of them very well seasoned, and so it would just hurt.
That's just a chili con carne.
I would. I don't know what I'd sacrifice.
Would you sacrifice never doing anything dramatic again?
I just would eat the rice and
No.
beans. I'm really not that fussed, guys.
But what if you sacrifice like a strand of hair and then eventually?
Okay, yeah, have my hairband.
But then you wouldn't win
That's what I've
What?
sacrificed.
But you're just giving up a random hairband for no reason.
because there's no point in sacrificing anything unless you know it's the most anyone will sacrifice.
Okay.
And
I'll
thus
take
I
it
would
back
just
now.
never
Hey, what if
sacrifice
it's
anything.
just you three?
Oh.
Isn't this what we were doing?
Would we work?
No, we're doing it.
It's a village of
For
a
the
thousand.
village.
A village of a thousand.
Really storyboarding. Okay. World build.
All right.
World build.
Are we allowed to communicate like each month? One person.
No,
No,
you
no.
right now.
This is right now.
Right now. You
I think we should all say the answer at the same time,
and then we'll
and then you can
go back. Okay, ready?
Wait,
Can we get like
I'm not
10
ready.
seconds?
Okay, go. I'm gonna skip the 10 seconds. See you in 10 seconds. Okay, we're back. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Getting a
8
buzz
inches
cut.
of my hair.
Okay.
That's not that bad.
Okay.
I've had a buzz
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, let's just rewind. What did you
I'll take
say?
Charlie.
8 inches of my hair.
You said a buzz cut. You said
Well, I said nothing, but I'll steal buzz cut. That's nothing.
they were all.
You said nothing. All right, so it's
They're
out of
all,
that's
they're
out of
all
us two.
temporary though. That's the thing. So we haven't actually really sacrificed much.
No,
That is
I'm not.
true.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm the overlord god. You get a buzz cut. Your hair's not growing back. You sacrifice 8 inches of
Okay,
your
I'll do
hair.
that.
Okay,
I'll do it.
Your hair's not growing back.
I'll
yeah.
do it.
I'll do that.
Hey,
It won't
We're
grow
all gonna buzz our hair.
Well, you've all
Guys,
picked the
next episode
same
of the pod.
answer.
back. November.
Guys, you've all done the same answer. I think it would affect Maddie the most because Maddie's got the most luscious locks. So I'm going to say Maddie
well,
wins.
all right,
Yippee!
well,
Okay, moving on.
time to do our COD call.
Oh my god, yeah.
I thought you were going to do play the pod.
I was going to do.
Oh,
Play the
sorry.
But we can do cod call because it is lunchtime, so they'll probably just be tucking into a little sandwich as we speak.
Are we gonna name? Are we naming our?
No.
No, let them introduce themselves.
So, if you don't know what the cod call is, Lucas, I hear you asking, "What's the cod call?"
Wait, Maddie, but what's the cod call?
Oh, Lucas, I'm glad you asked. The cod call is where we call up someone random in Warwick drama, give them a call, say, "Hey,
Ring,
welcome
ring.
to the pod," and then we have a fun little convo.
Oh, also we have to decide whether they're like worthy of carry on talking to. If we think they don't say anything interesting, we're gonna hang up on them immediately.
It's more about the vibe they bring.
yeah.
Their WhatsApp profile picture is so intriguing. They wrote their bio for WhatsApp on my birthday, 7th of October, 2021. Their bio is just
I knew
a
that.
full stop. If anyone has a hint to anyone, this person has put a full stop as their bio on WhatsApp. I'm calling them now. Oh my god, they better answer. This is important.
Hello.
Hello, Matthew Mullen. Welcome to the Codcast.
Woo!
What?
What?
Entertain us. Go.
Oh, this is crazy. I don't know.
Oh, and you're
right,
offline.
right.
Sorry, and you're offline. Yep, you're offline.
Thank you so much.
Oh,
Matthew
Matthew
Mullen.
Mullen.
Shout out.
And-
That freaking sucked from Matthew. He's meant to be
That
quick
was-
wit.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
social
Yeah, that
sec.
man is a
Go,
social.
go. He's in every show there is.
That is
and
enough.
He flops.
It was enough. He said what? It was like, all right, that's all we need from you.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're done.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
not impressed with that.
It was a good what?
It was.
so.
I
alright.
wonder where he is. I wonder what his life story is right now.
Yeah.
well,
know.
Well, we'll never know.
watch out. Could be you next.
Matthew Mullen has just messaged me.
What's he say?
That's the most disappointing performance of my life. Literally bottled my only dream. Matthew,
He
you
could
did.
get a second chance. but-
Well, he has bottled it, hasn't he?
Yeah, but I don't know if we do give him a second chance. Oh, I thought you meant call him now. In the future.
in the future. Right, play of the pod.
Play the pod.
Play the pod.
Play the pod. I've got a play for you guys. It's called Every Brilliant Thing by. Don't know who it's by.
Oh, well.
I actually don't know.
who's it
It might be
by?
by.
Here.
Insert name.
I think it's by Duncan Macmillan, but I don't know that for sure, and I'll bleep my voice out if it's not.
Do you want me to check quickly?
Yeah, while I talk about it, Every Brilliant Thing is a one-person show that goes on for about an hour, but it's genuinely one of the most beautiful plays, like monologues. It's about a guy or a girl of any age because, and they basically detail their experience of how their mum was suicidal, and when their mum became suicidal, they decided to make a list of every brilliant thing, and the list gets longer and longer and longer and longer, and they end up getting to like 1 million things. You don't hear all of the things, but you do hear some of the things.
It is by Duncan Macmillan
Duncan
and Johnny
Macmillan.
Donahoe.
Oh wow, sorry Johnny Donahoe. And there's a lot of audience participation. So when you enter a performance of Every Brilliant Thing, you're handed some pieces of paper which has a number on it and a brilliant thing. And when the actor says the number, you read out the thing. And it's amazing. Cool. And some audience members play characters. So the actor will like come up to you and be like, and when Katie, and then pick an audience member, and basically they will improvise with the actor what happens. So there's a really great moment when the main character gets married and the father of the bride has to do a speech. So an audience member just has to come up and do a father of the bride speech. And as I was talking to the director of the one that I saw, and she was like, yeah, some of the speeches were like, yeah, thanks, good to be here. And then some of them were just so long. So long and so detailed. And it's just like such an exciting experience. I went with my boyfriend Liam. Liam was made a part of the show somewhat. He had to carry a piano in circles. It was great. Great show.
Not a real piano.
A keyboard, sorry.
Okay. An actual keyboard.
Yeah.
It wasn't, I thought it was like
so the actor was playing the keyboard in circles while Liam was carrying it in circles. And Liam, while this was wearing a ridiculous T-shirt which said like I commit tax fraud and like just other crazy things like I have chronic IBS. But anyway, Every Brilliant Thing, read it. If you have a chance to see it, then see it, because it's just a beautiful, brilliant show.
Is it a female lead?
Amazing.
Any lead. It's just written gender neutral.
Yeah.
And any age person can play it. Any gender person can play it.
I love those.
It's excellent play. Anyway, that was the play of the pod.
Would that be a dream? Would that be a role you'd want to have in the future?
When I read it for the first time, so I read it before I saw it, I could see how I would act it, but then when I saw it, it was done a lot differently. It was done a lot more like jovially, whereas when I read it, it was more depressed.
Yeah.
But I think it kind of is a character that anyone could play, because it's I don't know, it was just very malleable, and like every show would be different, so you can kind of just tailor it to how you want it to be. So yeah, recommend
Every Brilliant Thing.
Every Brilliant Thing in the world. It's beautiful. Do we have a bit of the week?
Oh my god. Lucas, do you also know about this bit?
I do know about bit of the week.
Yeah,
oh, sorry.
Of course.
Wait, Maddie, what's a bit of the week?
Well, Lucas, a bit of the week is where we say a funny bit that happened during the week. So other people, you should definitely have a think, because this is not funny, but I know who'll listen to it. So I approached some of our lovely friends about bit of the week. And I asked our friend Felix, and I said, hey, Felix, I need something funny from the week. Let me know. And he was like, do you know what's really been getting me? I was like, what? Whole bus journey home, we're talking about this. He's like, he's giggling, he can't get it out. And he goes, I just keep saying people have gammon energy.
Oh, I heard.
Oh,
yeah. What do you mean? And so he thought that was like the best bit in the world. He was like, this is gammon energy. Felix is usually like the funniest man in the world. This, not so much. Felix can do better than that. Felix has gammon energy right now.
Felix, you're having gammon energy. What does gammon energy entail?
I don't know, but I do like gammon.
Is that the point? Is it random funny? Is it random?
Maybe.
It was funny. That could be.
Yeah.
I guess that is what a bit is. The other bit that I thought was better.
Not always. It's not always just that.
Humour. Vindicating the humour over there. Yep, that doesn't qualify.
No, I don't think so.
Well, what were you gonna? Who were you gonna say?
Well, you were the one that told me this.
Oh, yeah, the one at Circle.
Oh, it wasn't even that funny.
I find it funny, and I think everyone should know about it. So I think we should.
Recent Woods Copy Circle that went very well.
Lovely time.
Thought it was really good fun. Yeah,
Lovely time.
it was. They did very well. 4 socials, fantastic job, well done. And well, it all gets a bit feral at the end, doesn't it? As most circles do. And then this isn't that feral. And then I just said to Ethan Farmer, Ethan, do you have a perm? Is that a perm? And he was like, come here. Red pen in hand, writes no on my forehead, walks off.
I do love that though. Just someone who has naturally curly hair, like.
Is that a perm?
Your hair.
If you got a perm, because we did write a whole song about it in first year about Ethan Farmer having a perm.
We did,
in
yeah.
FTTP.
Does he know about that?
Yeah, he was there. He was with us.
He was in our group.
You were there as well.
I forgot how it went.
I was
It was
not there.
like
Is it a perm or is it not?
Oh, yes.
It was
I
like
remember that.
you had to do it in iambic.
And we can reveal now on the podcast. It is a perm.
he does
It's a
have a
perm.
perm.
It is a
Yeah.
perm.
Yeah.
So just like tell him.
say
that.
congrats.
Next
Say
time you see Ethan, say,
I love your
Oh,
perm.
it looks natural, but it's not, and that's what's good about it. You should say
Yeah.
that.
That's what a great perm. How much did that cost? Where can I get one myself?
Yes.
name drop the boyf. Not gonna name drop his name though, because that will annoy him even further. Was asking me what I wanted for Christmas the other day, and I was like, oh, it's kind of ruins it if you.
He's
if
a
you tell
generic
me.
man.
Yeah. So I was like, I've got all these great ideas for him. He went, do you want a notebook? I said, what do you mean? Do I want a notebook? You like drawing? Yep. Thank you. Thank you. I do. Do you want some pens? Should we just pens? Quite a good idea. I don't want pens.
Shall
not really.
we just?
I am very grateful though, so thank you
quickly-
to the boy for thinking of
Should we
me.
quickly brainstorm? If you're in a relationship or friendship, what should you get your partner?
I think that's a
for
really good
Christmas?
idea.
Well, I've
Just
already
quickly, because we're running over.
bought my girlfriend a gift, so I can't say what it is. She doesn't watch. She doesn't watch the podcast.
She's not here right now.
But in case she does, I can't reveal.
But what did
Well-
you? Have you gone funny? Have you gone serious?
I've got the funny one.
Yeah.
I haven't got the serious one. I'm struggling with the serious one, really.
Okay.
Is it? Well, okay. Here's things that
Go
I
for,
like.
honestly, a nice. Sorry.
No,
you go, Lucas.
So please, Lucas.
If you, I think, go for something gag,
Yeah.
and then go for like a nice
nice
handwritten letter. Like it always goes nicely.
Oh,
Like,
Lucas, are you doing
you
Secret
can't go
Santa
wrong.
and Can You Be Mine? That's so sweet.
Oh, that is
Are
lovely.
you doing Secret Santa? How does everyone feel about Secret Santa? Sorry. Some people hate
mind
it,
it.
some love it. Yeah, you're
love
not.
it.
It's okay.
Yeah,
Depends who you get, really, isn't it?
you don't get to
Yeah,
say
I
that,
bought
really.
someone a this sized, about 2 feet flamingo.
You did.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's wonderful.
It
yeah,
was great.
my gift was very good as well. You did handwritten.
I did.
Cheap. Really?
That's the common theme of my gifts.
Yeah. I actually got a notebook for my birthday from Charlie.
Yeah,
so
yeah. When you said notebook, I went, ooh, that's
Oh,
exactly
yikes.
what I've done.
That's awkward.
I feel like I've never been part of a Secret Santa group that's only like close friends that everyone knows each other.
Right.
And I've only done it in like big groups of like 20.
Oh, that's a bit
and
intimidating.
then I'm never like the person who gets me doesn't know me very well.
Yeah.
At least as far as I can remember. So I think it's different if you do it with friends that like everyone can get good gifts for each other.
yeah.
Whereas if you're in a group that you know each other but you're not really. So you just kind of get chocolate.
Yeah.
Because everyone's gonna get chocolate.
Chocolates
Yeah.
is a safe shout, but not for a significant other, I think. What me and my boyfriend do, because my birthday is 2 days before Christmas and he struggles to get me gifts, is that we do, and I think this is a great idea, something to eat, something to drink, something to do together, something that reminds me of you.
Oh, that's
Or
lovely.
we might change
Yeah.
that one to something to wear.
I think that's good. I think that's a really good basis.
It's a great basis.
Wow, I didn't think about having like a structure for gifting,
Yeah.
but that is great.
So like last
That's really
year
good.
I got him like a mulled cider kit for something to drink. Like, I go all out with my gifts.
But that's good. Like that's good because
the
then
literal
it's.
eye roll.
I think it's good because then you also have guidance on how much to spend.
Yeah.
Because I also think like it's always a bit like, oh, but if I buy you this, then I don't want you to open it and go, well, I only spent this on you. Whereas if that like you're not going to be unless you're buying proper like bottles of champagne for something to
I
drink.
didn't do that.
Yeah. See, so I feel like you're sticking nice barriers, and it's kind of a good bit of guidance. I think we should do that. Boyfriend who's watching.
I think that's a great idea.
Thank you.
Lego is also
Thank
always a
you.
good gift.
Lego is always
Lego.
A good gift.
If you know one thing they like and it's a Lego set, buy it.
Because it's kind of something to do together sometimes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
You can
that's
also
what
do
I
it
got
alone,
for something
but-
to do together.
Yeah.
I got the 2 parrots. One was blue and one was pink, and we built them together.
A cute like experience like from Lego to like a cooking class or something or baking
Ooh.
something.
Experiences.
Like those are all great times.
Yeah.
What can I just ask as well, because I know we're going over and we will stop in a
That's okay.
second. What advent calendars has everyone got? Anyone got an advent
Oh my
calendar?
god. For myself, I got a Toblerone one, which isn't vegan, but I don't care
No.
because it's a journey.
Yeah. Are you going to buy one?
Probably not. It's
No.
normally something my mum buys.
Oh,
My dad says that
this is sad.
ever since I got a boyfriend, he's not allowed to buy me an advent calendar anymore because we should buy one for each other, which is what we did.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that
I
what
think
you
we
do?
should also do that, boyfriend.
Lol.
That
My
that
girlfriend's not
implies
watching,
that you're
so-
only allowed one advent calendar per December, which is
Oh
why would you set a limit on
my
it
god.
on something that you could have so many of?
That's so exciting. What's the best advent calendar you've ever had? Because I've had some good ones.
I had the Lego one.
I've got the Lego.
The Lego one's pretty epic.
I've had a Lego one in the past. As a kid, there was one year I had
never
like
had
a
the Lego
Lindt
one.
chocolate one.
Ooh,
That's really good.
that's good.
I
That is
remember
good.
I used to cheat so often of getting 2 or 3 because I was 10.
Yeah.
Cheeky.
When I had the Lego one, I then reused it for the following year, but I like put my own minifigures as well as those when I went. And then I forgot that I did that, and then the whole year, I don't know how old I was was like, where's my Superman minifigure? Like, I was like, where are all my, like, where's my Darth Vader? Where are they? Because I used to trade them at school, and I didn't have them for a whole year, but I got them again at the end.
And you were like, oh.
The
So you
trading
put
book
them back
market.
into the advent calendar in like the January.
Yeah, and I just forgot
That's
that
early
I did that.
to set up the advent calendar.
Yeah, I know. I think it's like Christmas was
Aw.
going back upstairs
That's
into the
cute.
loft.
Oh, I've had a Disney sock advent calendar, and my favourite one was a fidget toy advent calendar, which my mum got
That's
me.
great.
She got it for me, and she was like, "Daisy, I think you'd like this." And I did a video review of every single day and what I rated them out of 10,
Still
and I
waiting to see
compiled
that.
them into a 10-minute video.
So
If anyone
good.
wants to see that.
I'd love to watch that. End of the pod.
Yeah, bonus clip at the end of the pod.
No.
Christmas.
Should we do a
Smells Valentine.
should we do a Christmas cod song?
Should we do a Christmas? Yeah,
What
it
was
would
that?
just be a bad idea, wouldn't it? Oh my God! Hey,
Oh, wow.
Hold please cast member.
hold please cast member
Hold,
and Lord
please,
of the
cast
Flies
member.
cast
Hang
member.
on, we've
in
got a
the
special
pod.
guest.
Oh, come in, come
Okay,
in.
well,
Guys, welcome to the pod.
We're
You're
filming
in the
the
pod
podcast.
now. Guys, the film's
You
there.
are being filmed.
You're in the Codcast podcast.
That was a shock.
Sorry, everyone.
What was
Oh,
talking about? Something interesting about.
Mainly.
We're talking
We're
about
about to
advent
finish.
calendars.
Do you want to say
You got
something in the mic?
Love those.
You got one?
I do have one.
Personally,
Do
I think homemade advent calendars are the most beautiful advent calendars.
Oh, are you watching that girl on TikTok make it for her sister?
No.
Oh, it's good.
I'm sure it is. I'd love to see that.
What's your one, Sam?
My
Favorite advent calendar type?
You have to say it into the mic.
Yeah, into Lucas's mic. This is crazy.
I like the heroes ones because
Wow.
you get a new surprise every day, and I think there's something beautiful in that.
Yeah, beautiful work, guys.
Hold it.
Isn't that the point of an advent calendar? Is that there is a new surprise every day? So I actually think that was an awful answer.
No, because
but it sounded so
Right.
good.
Okay.
Guys, this is the end of the pod. Blow a kiss, guys.
Thanks, guys. Thanks
Thanks,
for
guys.
listening.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Thank you so much.
Goodbye.
See you later.
Just want to thank again
Love it.
Lucas for being our
Lucas,
guest. for this
fantastic.
Thank you
episode.
so much, Codpiece, for
Aw.
putting on a show
Yeah.
that I'm directing.
Yay.
And also having me onto the podcast, an even
Aw.
greater privilege.
Aw.
Oh,
It's too
Lucas,
much.
we love
We'll
you.
have you back.
Yeah, you're
Would love
so
to.
well loved.
Anytime.
Thank you for coming.
Okay.
Angel.
Well,
Cheers.
thanks.
Goodbye.
Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.